we're getting ready to do Facebook Live. I mean, no, wait. No. YouTube Live, I mean. That's what I'm talking about. YouTube Live. Periscope Live. What up, PM? I got it right. It just takes me a little time, you know. So how you all doing? Checking in. We're going to do a quick joust. I'm going to do a quick joust. And then I'm going to move. Okay? What up, Porky? What up, son? I got Periscope Live. Got that right. I got YouTube Live. We're streaming live. Frankie Russo over here. And you're over there. So how you all doing? We're going to talk briefly, do a quick sports take. And then we're going to cut to our great president, Donald John Trump. So first of all, Rothschild, Yankee pitching coach out. Why? Well, here we go. I'm going through my things. Sometimes I look at my shows, my past shows. Check this out. This is a show I did 3 months ago. It's a trailer on my YouTube channel. So coming at you straight out of Brooklyn. Yeah, had a tough night tonight. Good night. My Yankees lost a tough game, win a 4-2 in the ninth. Could you all hear that? Man, that was crazy. Baseball's a tough sport. We came back like champs. We're losing 2-1, 2-0, 2-1. Tied it up. Hit a 2-run bomb in the bottom of the eighth. And then we brought in our best pitcher, our best relief pitcher, Chapman. And, you know, Tampa Bay's a tough team. They got a few hits. Chapman came back. There you go, Paul. What bothered me about the game was Tampa Bay. The pitch that he threw on a 3-2 count. To Darno. Darno. He's not Johnny Bench. He's a decent hitter. Is he Johnny Bench? Right? And that's what bothers me. 3-2 count. 3-2 count. First and second, right? This is the pitch. And he throws him. What up, Destroyed? Guy's throwing 100 miles an hour. 100 miles an hour. I love the guy. He's king. Chappie's throwing 100 miles an hour in Tampa 3 months ago. Did the same thing. Instead of throwing 100, and if the guy hits the 100 into the seats, he's got 100 in the pocket, right? Throwing your best pitch. This game killed me because we should have played a game 7 against Cole. Now, you know, the sequence of pitching is on Rothschild. Rothschild doesn't know how to really build pitches. I don't believe. You know, he knows about pitching. Probably could look at a video and say, "Wow, you know, the mechanics." But when it comes to it, you know, he don't know how to build pitches. I don't think he does. Right? I think the Yankees made a great move doing it. So, absolutely, Porky. So we'll see who the Yankees are going to bring in. Rothschild out. We got a new pitching coach coming in. I mean, maybe we could open up Loizaga, right? He messed up Sonny Gray. They traded Giovanni Gallegos. Oh my God, guy's a freak, relief pitcher. And man, you know something, Pork? If we had Lance Lynn, 98, nasty. 98, nasty. Forget about it. Lance Lynn, we still should have went to game 7. And I like the way we were coming, that DJ Lemieux, oh my God, animal. The Yankees are savages. Girardi's at the Phillies, huh? That's crazy. And then we got, I tell you, Daniel Jones, quarterback for the Giants. Kid's got something, bro. What up, Ryan? We got a Brady fan. You know, I got to tip my cap to Tom Brady. I know you're a Red Sox fan. You spanked the Astros last year. I got to tip, you know, hey, listen, I wouldn't have got rid of that guy, your GM, so quickly. But, hey, listen, what do I know? Daniel Jones is looking pretty, you know, this kid stands in the pocket. He reminds me of a Ben Roethlisberger. He throws a very good ball, and he can move like nobody's business, this kid. This kid's got moxie. This kid got his pocket sense is getting better and better. This kid's got something. And then we got Shaquan. What up, Porky? And then we got Shaquan. Good to see you, Ryan. Absolutely, my brother. And then we got Shaquan back there. We got something. And then we got this guy, Leonard Williams. I think he's USC by way of the Jets. So if this guy plays his first year, he played high level. If he plays high level, we may get lightning in the bottle on the defensive side, and we may be able to win some games. Wide receiver, the kid's looking good. Slayton, I think his name's Slayton. Slayton looks good. Could people hear the show? So, because somebody's saying they can't. Could other people have that problem? And then we got R.J. Barrett from the Knicks looking tough. Watch the Knicks. They're very good. So we'll see. Watch the Knicks. I got to catch up. I don't know all the Knicks. But anyway, so Giants may be on the come up. Rothschild is out, Yankee pitcher coach. And we got R.J. Barrett. Let's see. The Knicks got some live bodies. If Fizdale can get them, I hope you're wrong, Tampa. If Fizdale can get them to play defense, I think we got action. Okay? So now let's talk about our great president, Donald John Trump. So what does President Trump do? I tell you, he's so much ahead of them, it's beyond belief. God bless you. God bless you, Texas. Right, Porky? Right? MP. Wait now. You got warned. You don't have to be with our great president, Donald John Trump, but you're not going to disrespect him. Okay? No disrespect. You don't have to like his policies. It's all good. But you're not going to come into the room and be, dropping. You know what I'm saying, MP? I'm going to block you, son. Okay, that's it. But anyway, got rid of him. This is Frankie Russo, man. We don't play. Nervous Nancy, right? So our president did this, okay? Our president did this. Our great president. Absolutely, Pete. Absolutely, Porky. Our president did this, right? So check it out. What I found crazy was, right? Washington Post. I don't have the articles because I've been busy. So Washington Post calling him a religious scholar. Congresswoman Omar and Congresswoman Tlaib were holding a vigil. MSNBC was saying, how could President Trump be so vile and vicious about this murderer? After all, he's a religious scholar. Killing Americans, killing the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, right? Right? And then to top it off, right, Nancy Pelosi didn't know about it. Adam Schiff didn't know about it. Chucky Schumer didn't know about it. And they're all beefing. Now, I'm going to sit back and say, right, Porky, right? I'm going to sit back and say, wait a second. Wait a second. The question I'm asking that nobody's asking, why didn't President Trump tell them, right? Why didn't President Trump tell them? He's the president of the United States. President Trump isn't going to actually say what he really means because he's the president. He can't all the time. He does it from time to time, but he can't all the time. He called Schiff, he called Pelosi leakers. Leakers. So what he's really saying, he's saying they're traitors. Because think about it, right? He's saying that they're traitors. We have a special ops force going on where we have the men and women of the United States office on the front line. And the president is so concerned about telling, right, Rod, about telling the Speaker of the House, the leader of the Democratic leader of the Senate, the leader of the House Intel Committee, about something that's going on that's very high level, because he's afraid that they're going to tell the enemy. about that. That's how bad things have gotten. Our great president can't work with these politicians because he's afraid they're going to rat and they're going to tell the enemy, like Obama used to do, oh, we're dropping a bomb in 3 days. We're going to do it in Erbil, Iraq. So please evacuate. Here comes a bomb. What did President Trump do in Syria? He just dropped the bomb, right? In Afghanistan, yo, here it comes, son. Boom, right? And then the top of the beautiful thing about President Trump, right? Right, Tampa? Who does he inform? Russia. I love it. President Trump is the best. He is the best. He's going to go down with Reagan, with Lincoln, with Jefferson, with George Washington as one of our great presidents that stopped the tyranny. Think about that, man. Think about that. Son, what are you talking about, Tampa? Think about that, right? Think about it. President Trump couldn't tell the Speaker of the House, couldn't tell the chair of the Intel Committee. They don't want to say this. Couldn't tell the Democratic leader, the minority leader of the Senate, that he's about to whack Baghdadi. Think about that. That is really sick. He couldn't tell them because if he told them, he's afraid that they were going to rat and tell the enemy to get out of the way because the bombs are coming. You believe this? How bad it's gotten for our great president? It is beyond belief. I am floored. I mean, it tells you, it really tells you how bad it is with this deep state. And they don't care about us. They don't care about us. All they care about is getting our great president because, quite frankly, like Joe Biden, right? And we've talked about this, right? With Joe Biden. Joe Biden don't want to, he don't want to be president. My God, I don't think he would know what to do with it, quite frankly. What up there, Haas? Thank you for the visit, my brother. Thank you, Haas, in YouTube Live. I don't think, quite frankly, Joe Biden, because basically he's there to get ahead of this Ukraine thing because he don't want to go to jail and he don't want his sons and his family to have a problem. So he's out there. And the fact that he's running, they feel it gives him cover. Because if President Trump speaks out and talks to foreign countries about these rats like Joe Biden, like Hillary Clinton, like William Jefferson Clinton, like Barack Hussein Obama, that are traitors and selling out this great country, what does the mainstream media throw up? Oh my God, President Trump is talking to foreign countries. He's getting Oppo research on political opponents because Joe Biden is running for just that reason. So that's his defense because he's a traitor like the rest of them, right? Truth be told, fact of life, right? Deep state, right? Unbelievable stuff, right? Crazy. Why didn't President Trump tell Pelosi, tell Schiff, tell, what's his name, Chucky Schumer? Why didn't he tell him? Why didn't he tell him, right? Why didn't he tell Nadler? The chair of the Intel Committee, they are so bad. They are so treason, more than leak. They're traitors, Tampa. This is not a leak. This is like, we have the men and women. This is not like a normal, this is like a leak. This is like, this is like classified American, this is like classified American information. We got the men and women. We have the men and women of the United States Armed Forces on the front line getting ready to whack Baghdadi, who's killed Americans for decades, probably, right? And he can't tell Pelosi, Schiff, any of these guys, because he's afraid, not that they're going to leak, that they're going to tell the enemy. Telling you, man. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, this over here, you call me whatever you want to call me, an Islamophobic, a whack job, a loon job, I've been called so much names since ABC. I'm telling you, brother. God bless you, Tampa. I'm telling you, man. This is all about stealth jihad, the radical Islamists, Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, John Brennan, Barack Hussein Obama, Hillary Rodham Clinton. They all support the radical Islamists, right? And then you got the stealth jihad, the rhino rats, right? Look at the new Washington Post. I'm telling you, Tampa, they support the radical Islamists that kill Americans. They kill Americans. After all, that guy, that radical Islamist Badur, was released by Obama. He went to Canada and he sued the Canadian government for millions of dollars, and Trudeau walked in and gave it to him. As him and Obama and his radicalism, he was a Gitmo, and Obama released him. He said, go to Canada. They'll take care of you. He got $8 million because he said he was mistreated in Gitmo. After all, he killed Americans, right? So he killed Americans. Obama releases him. He goes to Canada, 10 million. Okay, 10 million PM. He goes to Canada, and Obama, Trudeau, and Badur do a circle jerk. Oh, we're wonderful people. It's our values. You know, it's okay to kill Americans. It is beyond belief. And we have a president now that's standing up to them. He's standing up to them. Obama's a stuff. I'm not getting off that the Obama-Clinton crime family materially supported Ansar al-Sharia, Al-Qaeda in Libya. They're coming out with all these names in these reports about Benghazi. It was this one. It was that one. It was al-Narusha. It was Benghazi brigades, the Omar al-Del-Rahman brigades. You know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's Al-Qaeda in Libya. Al-Qaeda in Libya was on steroids. There was an Al-Qaeda support. We talk about this all the time on my show. So, as Al-Qaeda support network in America, Anwar al-Awlaki, he was an FBI informant, quite frankly. You had Abu Yahya al-Libi, and you had Abu Mashra, Abu Hamza al-Mashri. They were with the MI5, MI6. Anwar al-Awlaki, Al-Qaeda, right? Abdel Sattar Sheikh, FBI informant. Imad Roca in El Paso, Texas, with the El Paso, Texas terror cell, a FBI informant. Al-Qaeda network supporting terror cells up and down the vectors we talk about from Texas, from El Paso, Texas, to San Antonio, Texas, to Houston, Texas, parallel vector right into New Orleans, Louisiana, up through the jihadi training camp by Siraj Wahhaj, his son, the 1993 unindicted co-conspirator in the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. They had a jihadi training camp in Macon County, Alabama. The vector goes through that. And then it goes past Atlanta, Georgia, into Charlotte, North Carolina, up through D.C., past the Philadelphia Hamas conference in the 90s, right into New York City from the poppy fields of Mexico. Those same vectors were used in the 90s and the early 2000s with the 9/11 hijackers to get to their 9/11 imam, Anwar al-Awlaki, in D.C. and in Virginia. Same thing. The 9/11 support network inside of England with Abu Hamza al-Mashri and Abu Yahya al-Libi, MI5, MI6 informants, right? The fraudsters frauded the UK taxpayers for billions of dollars and sent 80 to 100 million to the Al-Qaeda support network inside of England. And in Libya, the Al-Qaeda support network, the Al-Qaeda was on steroids. More than any part of the world. 15 plus Al-Qaeda foreign fighters that go back to the Afghan Taliban versus the Soviet Union. And in Benghazi, Liberation Square, according to a government document, Liberation Square in June of 2012. What up, Ryan? In June of 2012. It's crazy stuff, right? Crazy stuff. I am not getting off of Barack Hussein Obama Hillary Rodham Clinton, and NATO, England and France, with Cameron and Sarkozy materially supporting Ansar al-Sharia, the Omar Abdul-Rahman brigades, the February brigades, Abu Qatala, Ben Kumu, I don't care who you want, Al-Qaeda foreign fighters in Libya with money, weapons, and training and human assets to kill Americans. They supported the radical Islamists. And it was all on that server. And that's why she destroyed the server. And Obama denied the server. He knew anything about it. H-Rod, Hillary Rodham Clinton. She strapped it on as she sent him the 18 emails, Hillary Rodham Clinton. H-Rod strapped it on. Yeah, go figure. So anyway, right? So I'm not getting off that. Now this other thing came out, which I thought was kind of crazy. I thought it was kind of off the hook. Absolutely, Porky. Absolutely. I thought this other one was kind of off the hook. Lisa Strzok or Lisa Page, Peter Strzok, and this guy McCabe, lovers. So Lisa Page, now my question is, Lisa Page was with McCabe, and Lisa Page was with Peter Strzok, right? Lisa Page. Who's Lisa Page? Monica Witt? Monica Witt, Lisa Page. We're talking about it. I'm not getting off that, right? Check this out. So they're saying that it was they're saying that she two-timed him, right? Here's Lisa Page, Monica Witt, Lisa Page, Monica Witt, Lisa Page, Monica Witt, right? Iranian spy, Monica Witt, 18 counts. She got a sealed indictment. 18 counts, right? An article came out yesterday. Monica Witt has got an 18-count indictment for aiding and abetting the Islamic Republic of Iran, the world's largest state sponsor of terror, right? So Monica Witt, Lisa Page, Monica Witt, Lisa Page, Monica Witt, Lisa Page. So the article said McCabe from the FBI and Peter Strzok from the FBI was involved, was doing these two, right? So the question is, nah, Tampa, that's not the deal. The deal is Lisa Page and Monica Witt, right? Iranian spies inside the FBI. That's what they're hiding. What they're hiding is the Obama-Clinton crime family with NATO and Turkey, NATO, right? And Morsi from Egypt, right? And Qatar Special Forces, material supporting Ansar al-Sharia, Libyan Islamic Fighting Group, the Al-Qaeda network inside of Libya with money, weapons, and training to kill Americans. And they took the side of these radical Islamists, did the Obama-Clinton crime family. They took the side. Who and the cover-up is who? Who was behind the hit? The Islamic Republic of Iran. Materially supported the Al-Qaeda foreign fighters, the Muslim Brotherhood operatives, changed to 302s. So look, who whacked, who banged, which one did McCain get? Did McCain get Lisa Page or Monica Witt? But wait a second. Did Peter Strzok, who did he? Maybe he forgot, maybe he was talking to Monica Witt, but it was really Lisa Page. And maybe McCabe was talking to Lisa Page, but it was really Monica Witt, right? It's crazy. So this is crazy. You can't make this stuff up. Did McCabe was McCabe with Monica Witt? Was Peter Strzok with Lisa Page? Wow. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if they did? Could you imagine if Lisa Page and Monica Witt were together with? Imagine if Lisa Page was together with either McCabe. I mean, what would that be? Oh my God! Absolutely, Tampa. Lisa Page, Monica Witt, Lisa Page. I think I tell you the truth. That's what they're covering up. Stuff like this. That's what's being covered up. Not this Ukraine thing. It's ridiculous. Ukraine is ridiculous. Quid pro quo. I mean, really, the Clintons got the monopoly on quid pro quo, right? The Clintons got the monopoly on that thing. And then she's the disgrace is she's thinking about running. Hillary H-Rod is thinking about running. Wow. She said, yeah, I did that. Yeah. She goes, yeah, you see that chick, Tulsi Gabbard, the congresswoman, she's a Russian asset. So what's she saying? She's telling Biden, she's telling what's his name, Mayor P. She's telling what's her name, Kamala Harris, and the other one, Pocahontas. She's telling them, listen, you better just leave me alone. You see what I'm gonna do to Gabbard and what I did to Trump? Yeah, she did, right? Her fingerprints are all over the Clinton campaign. Fingerprints are all over that fake Trump dossier, right? Which was the basis for the FISA warrant, right? To weaponize intelligence against Americans. Plain and simple. They took the United States government, the United States intelligence agencies. Not only did they weaponize it against, they weaponized it against us, Americans. Our highest ranking intelligence officers, like Lieutenant General Michael Flynn. The guy's dedicated his life to serving this country. It is beyond belief, right? So think about that, right? Hillary Clinton, after all the stuff that she did, a server in a basement of a house, giving away the nuclear codes to unfettered, unsecured individuals, unsecured foreign countries that are against America, and Obama's receiving 18 emails from that server. They had an offsite server in the Congress, an IT server by the Arwan brothers, headed by Debbie Wasserman Schultz, where they were sending American secrets to the North African Middle Eastern region. And apparently, the two servers were talking. The Clinton server and the Arwan server were talking. Crazy stuff, right? Crazy, crazy stuff, right? So they sit there. Hillary Clinton, our president's facing impeachment inquiries. He's facing frame jobs, loom jobs, whack jobs. All he wants to do is make this country great. And she stole everything, bleach bid everything. Statutes were rewritten to make her eligible to run by James Comey on July 5th, 2016. He rewrote the espionage statute. For the first time in the country's history, the FBI director played senator, Supreme Court justice, and president of the United States, and pardoned Hillary Clinton, enabled her to run. She got 200 delegates, 200 plus delegates. She was almost president of the United States. You believe it? She could run today. And our president's got to face an impeachment inquiry on lies, cheats, innuendo, and fake news. Beyond belief. Beyond belief, the miscarriage of justice here, right? And then so what they're covering up is, if people want to be real and honest, is the things like Lisa Page and Monica Witt, who's the Iranian spy inside of the FBI. That stuff is over the top. That's the stuff that they're covering up. They're covering up the Barack Hussein Obama, Hillary Rodham Clinton, and the Obama-Clinton crime family with NATO materially supporting Ansar al-Sharia in Benghazi. Covering up that the IRGC, the Iranian Military Guard Corps, the Quds Force with Soleimani and Hezbollah terror cell, they constructed a Sunni Al-Qaeda terrorist entity. You call it Ansar al-Sharia, call it whatever you want. Ansar al-Sharia, February Brigades, Free Omar al-Rahman Brigade, whatever you want to call it. It was Al-Qaeda in Libya with Muslim Brotherhood. And that's the rub. That's where Obama and Hillary Clinton put the human assets from Morsi, Muslim Brotherhood operatives. After all, Mustafa Jalal's Muslim Brotherhood, Abdel Hakim Balhaj's Muslim Brotherhood, Morsi's Muslim Brotherhood, Omar al-Bashir's Muslim Brotherhood. They're all Muslim Brotherhood, quite frankly, right? It's just one big Muslim Brotherhood family. Blow up Israel and kill Americans, right? That's all they want to do. Now, Hillary Clinton, Hillary Rodham Clinton, all of the lies, the cheats, the beach blight, whatever the hell, beach bit, whatever the hell it is, right? Absolutely, Porky. She represents CARE. CARE is Muslim Brotherhood, the Council of American Islamic Relations. Because the DNC, we've talked about this. You call me what you want. Call me Islamophobic, whatever. The DNC is CARE. the Council of American Islamic Relations. Just look at the post-reaction to the whacking of Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Just look at the whacking of Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. The header, right, Porky? Just look at the way how they presented the whacking of Baghdadi. He was a religious scholar. Are you like Omar Abdel Rahman was an religious scholar? Quite frankly, from Al Azhar University, he had a PhD in Quranic studies. He was he was blind. He was born, I guess it was diabetes. They claimed he was born blind, and he was able to, my understanding, he knew the Quran wrote. Absolutely, Porky, right? He knew the Quran wrote. Absolutely, Tampa, right? He knew the Quran wrote, and when he whacked, because he was a defendant of the Anwar Sadat assassination, him and Ayman al-Zawahiri, who eventually took over Al Qaeda, whose son was in that Ansar al-Sharia, Muhammad al-Zawahiri, whose father is the #1 in Al Qaeda, the leader of Al Qaeda, apparently, according to the mainstream intelligence, right? So Omar, getting back to Omar Abdel, it's in the Quran, exactly. Omar Abdel Rahman, who was on the defendant's case with Ayman al-Zawahiri on the whacking of Anwar Sadat, that was Al Qaeda, the militant branch of Muslim Brotherhood. They did it in military procession, right? They whacked Anwar Sadat, the leader of peace in the Middle East. He got a peace accord with Israel, right, from Egypt, right? They whacked him in military procession, and then the Egyptian prosecutors were going to kill him. And like Porky said, he said, listen, he said, he did nothing wrong. He said, it's in the Quran. He said, it's in the Quran. So this, make believe this is the book is bigger than this, but this is the book, right? The Islamic jurisprudence book, right? So they're going through the book. The book is like this thick. They're going through the book. They said, whoa, wait. He said it's in the Quran. He's right. They released him and Ayman al-Zawahiri. They released Omar Abdel Rahman, the scholar. So I guess the Washington Post must have did some vigil when Omar Abdel Rahman died in jail. They probably were supporting the release of Omar Abdel Rahman, the blind sheikh who was the spiritual inspiration for the terror cells for the 1993 World Trade Center bombing and eventually the 9/11 with Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and Ramzi Youssef, uncle and nephew. Crazy stuff. And so this stuff, so basically it just, I'm telling you, watch. The DNC is CARE, the Council of American Islamic Relations. Right now, the radicalismists are in the bushes because they're swearing in under the Quran and they're gaining political power through the Democrats. And they got the rhino rats, with Republicans by name only, watching this. They're getting paid off, while the stealth jihad radicalism is the Muslim Brotherhood operators. So remember now, right? The way they do this is they come in with the crazies, they get the Al Qaeda crazies, they blow buildings up, they kill Americans, and then they bring the Muslim Brotherhood operatives in. They go, let us help you with the radical Islamists, right? Let us help you with them. Muhammad al-Abari, Bo Patel. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, right? So they let them in. They come in. Oh, they're educated. They got PhDs. Their education. They're professional. Little did they know they're stealth jihad radical Islamists. Stealth jihad radical Islamists, right? And that's how Muslim Brotherhood works. They use the radical Islamists to get in, like Norman Benoitman did in UK with the Qalam Foundation. The Qalam Foundation are working with those lefties with, used to be Theresa May. She's another, let the radical Islamists run up and down the vectors, up and down England, from Manchester, blowing up buildings, send them to Libya and Breton, send them into the Gaddafi revolution. They can weaponize up and arm up with Hezbollah terror cells all along Libya, right? And then come back into England in Manchester, where they migrated from Libya into Manchester and start blowing buildings up. That's exactly Tampa. That's what the London Times was. That's exactly true. They use welfare fraud to fund. It's true. That's what they were doing in England. So Al Qaeda, they were supporting the Al Qaeda network in England with Osama bin Laden, Abu Hamza al-Masri, Abu Yahya al-Libi. They were two of them were MI5, MI6 informants. Like Anwar al-Awlaki was an informant. Mohammed Morsi was an FBI informant. He had a diplomatic visa, educated in America. Mohammed Javad Zarif is an FBI informant. Come on, man. He's got a PhD, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Iran, the head negotiator. He was part of that 655th Avenue terror cell inside of New York City. You know? And our great president whacks Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS, and you're right, ISIS cells in Minnesota. You're right. Al Qaeda terror cells inside of Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Mogadishu area, where Al Shabaab, the Somalians, they come in claiming that you're right. She is definitely, at the very least, Congresswoman Omar and Congresswoman Tlaib are at the very least stealth jihad radicalisms. So they don't carry the Muslim Brotherhood, the sisterhood, right? But the crazy thing about it is, because my take on the whacking of Baghdadi, which was a great accomplishment by our great president Donald John Trump, is a little different. Because I look at this a little different. You know, I look at this like absolutely Tampa, right? Josh, you're warned. You don't have to agree with our great president. You don't have to agree with our great president, but you're not going to disrespect our great president. Okay? So you're just warned. You don't have to agree with his policies. You don't have to like them. But you're not going to come into my room and be disrespectful. It's not going to happen. Okay? So getting back to, yes, you are. You're not staying. It's not. Getting back to my take on Baghdadi. Now, this is my take, right? President Trump's accomplishment of whacking the leader of ISIS is an amazing accomplishment, right? Right. But is that really the rub? You know, like President Trump did a great thing in whacking Baghdadi. And then they got the number 2 guy too, right? But I think, you know, because President Trump, he is the president of the United States, right? He is the president of the United States, so he can't tell us everything, right? But let's be real and honest, right? Because I believe that the whacking of Baghdadi is basically President Trump is really giving it to Iran, right? Basically what he's doing. He's not going to tell you that because he's really sticking it to Iran, because Iran has got their hand in with ISIS. Assad from Syria has got their hand in ISIS, right? They control ISIS. It's a ruse for them, right? So basically, in the public domain, Iran uses ISIS. Sometimes in some regions they influence ISIS, and when they don't influence ISIS, they bomb them, right? So Iran uses ISIS for their public consumption, as does the United States government, because the Pentagon can't tell us actually who they're fighting, because if they did, they'd be giving away the classified information. And we talk about this all the time. What is in Syria? There's no way you can tell me that Iran has nothing to do with what's going on in Syria. I mean, come on, man, right? You got 3 to 10 military bases in radial direction around Damascus. You got that vector. We talk about these vectors all the time. Here's the vector. So basically, President Trump is cutting off the testicles, a testicle, because you got ISIS Iran nexus, you got Afghan Taliban Iran nexus, you got Al Qaeda Iran nexus, you got, what's the other one? I'm missing one. Hamas Iran nexus, right? Those are all Sunni terrorist groups partnering with the Islamic Republic of Iran, Shiite. That is the Iranian Global Terror Network, and we believe that's the real ISIS. This ISIS, this Sunni militia, which is very which is it's 9-1 Sunnis to Shiites. So they're all over the place. But they're gonna, who pays them? Who bribes them? Iran. Iran gets their influence by paying them, materially supporting them with money, weapons, and training, and human assets. They did it 9/11, right? They materially supported Al Qaeda, according to U.S. district courts. I mean, I can point to many instances where Iran has done this. So what President Trump actually did, that's not in the open sources, he cut a testicle from the Iranian global terror network. So he did something even more profound than was really being reported. Yes, he whacked ISIS, but he really stuck it to Iran by whacking Baghdadi. It was a major accomplishment. So he's really, I mean, they're not going to say it because that's classified. I think, the classified information is that we're really at, we're putting a squeeze on Iran. They're the players in that region. God bless you, Jumbo. God bless you. Thank you. So Iran is really the players here, right? So the President Trump is putting. So here's the factors, just to give you an idea, right? You're coming from Iran, Tehran, the capital. You're in Baghdad. It's about 200. It's about 200. It's in the third quadrant, about 240 something degrees, right into Baghdad. 5 mile. It's a 5-hour Winnebago ride for General Sharifi, the Crowbar Towers facilitator, according to FBI investigation, right? So, and then they take this Winnebago and they go all the way to Damascus, another 5-hour ride or something like that. They're in Damascus. So Iran's got 3 to 10 military bases in radial direction around Damascus. Above Damascus, they got 2 to 4 Russian military bases. Inside of Syria. What up, Tampa? Inside of Syria, right? Inside of the area of Damascus. I don't know exactly where the North Korean underground military bases, but North Korea's got one in there. Above Raqqa, we got 8 to 10. And then apparently I was watching Fox News that had this great analyst on Fox News. He was talking about the military bases inside of Turkey, and he was talking about military bases inside of Iraq. We have military bases in Qatar. The largest military bases outside the United States is in Qatar. We have one in Djibouti. We have one in Israel. So we're pretty plugged into these areas. I don't believe President Trump is doing a total withdrawal from these areas because we can't. Like in Afghanistan, we just can't. The intelligence is too vital. So absolutely, Tampa. Hannity's great. So the intelligence is too vital. So what President Trump does is, what time is it? It's 40-something minutes. Yo, what up, Danny? What up, MJ? What up, Pat? Greatest president ever. You better believe it, Pat. So, like, he's not going to pull everybody out, but, he's going to withdraw some troops. That's all. He hasn't done anything to sacrifice the security of the men and women of the United States Armed Forces out in those areas. Never. President Trump will never do that. Never, 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 ever, ever do that. Absolutely, Tampa. So these vectors don't lie, right? You got the vectors from Tehran into Baghdad, and Iran's most profound vector. They live by it is from Baghdad to Damascus, 180 degrees west. They're in Damascus. From Damascus, it's 2 hours. They're in Beirut. Hundreds of thousands of rockets underground. Hezbollah has, according to Danny Donnan, more than any NATO country has above ground. So and they're all aimed at Israel, right? Let's be real. So this is what's going on, right? So that's why, and then we talked about with Turkey. So we're getting into this thing again with Turkey. I just, I'm very suspicious of what goes on with Erdogan. That guy, Tampa, is, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Hopefully I get on the air tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? I won't probably Thursday. Hopefully. It's probably Thursday. So we'll get to Judge Janine's great. Absolutely, Tampa. So this is where we are, right? So our great president did a great thing. He cut a testicle off of the Iranian global terror network, which is really what they're fighting, right? Think about it. Obama gave Iran 150 billion back, right? Check this out. Obama gave 150 billion back to Iran. Obama gave 1.7 billion. This is, nobody says anything. 1.7 billion in cash, money laundered it to euros, to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. What does the President Trump do? He sanctions them. First time in country's history. Thank you, Tampa. God bless you. First time in our country's history where we actually, right? First time in our country's history where we sanctioned a government entity, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. And then what else did, right? What else did Obama do? So he gave 1.7 billion to Iran. He gave 150 billion back to it. That was an institutional trade. Absolutely, Jimbo. That was an institutional trade. Absolutely, Frankie Vectors. You better believe it, Haas. What up, Mike James? How you doing, my brother? Danny. What up, Danny? Absolutely, Porky. Very bad, right? And then we found out from the Turkey triad, the Turkey terror ring, right? With Reza Zarab, Attila, the CEO of the Halak Bank in Turkey, and Zanjani, the billionaire of the Iranian billionaire of the First Islamic Investment Bank in Kuala Lumpur, right? This guy Zanjani is smuggling Iranian crude oil to get around Western sanctions. Bill Clinton, with his Clinton Foundation Winnebago, was there in Malaysia. He was there in Malaysia smuggling the oil with Zanjani, the Iranian billionaire. Hillary Clinton was sitting at the Secretary of State's position while the former president, William Jefferson Clinton, was in Malaysia, right? With the Iranian billionaire to help him sell the 22 million barrels of crude oil in the black market to get around the Western sanctions. And that money they used with the Obama money to whack Americans in Benghazi. Kenneth Tillman could force accounts in Malaysia. 8 to 10 million by way of Malaysia through Tunisia, Algeria, into Libya. Mohammed Jodaki, Khalil Harab, Ansar al-Sharia, February Brigades, Omar Abdel Rahman, Free Omar Abdel Rahman Brigades, whatever you want to call this Al-Qaeda Muslim Brotherhood terror cell inside of Benghazi, which was basically run by the Islamic Republic of Iran. Hezbollah, IRGC, and Quds Force ran that terror cell. So, right? Benghazi. The reason why the Democrats don't want to talk about Benghazi is because it really brings home how devious, how deceitful, how treacherous, how treasonous the traitors of America, the Obama-Clinton crime family with NATO, materially supported Al-Qaeda, the Al-Qaeda network inside of Libya. Al-Qaeda foreign fighters that go all the way back. That's a beautiful thing. Absolutely, Tampa. Al-Qaeda foreign fighters that go all the way back to the Afghan Taliban versus the Soviet Union. I don't know. Oh, who knows? Who knows what's going on, Porky, with that, right? I don't know, but Hillary likes to, right? Benghazi, right? Terrible. And that server had all the data. It's crazy. So that's what they're covering up. That's the stuff that they're covering up. They filled the news cycle with lies. 2-year investigation. Hillary Clinton said she did that, right? The Mueller report, she did that. That was the Clinton campaign. Their fingerprints is all over that fake Trump dossier. Oh my God. That was the basis for the FISA warrants. Come on, man. And she said, yeah, she did it to Trump, she's saying. What, I mean, really, right? And then you think about it, she did it to our great president, right? That's what she's saying, right? Because she's so, these people are so corrupt, they're so disgraceful, it doesn't matter anymore. The gloves are off for Hillary Clinton, right? So she's telling Gabbard, listen, honey, you're a Russian asset. I'm going to do to you what I did to Trump. That's what she's saying. the criminal, Hillary Clinton, right? And she's put everybody else, the Bernie Sanderses, the Kamala, everybody's on notice. She's gonna try to get into the race. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for the retweets. She's gonna try to get into the race. Absolutely. Right? Think about it. Right? She said, listen, she did the Mueller report. She did the Ukraine scandal. She goes, are you kidding me? Bill was in his Winnebago in Ukraine. He was. Like he was in Malaysia with the Iranian billionaire, Zanjani. Oh, yeah. Right? And he was in Turkey with Raisa Zarab, trying to help get around the Western sanctions to help Iran get some money so they can blow up buildings and kill Americans. After all, Iran materially supported Al-Qaeda before, during, after the horrific hit on the World Trade Center. That's 3,000 to 5,000 Americans killed, innocent Americans. And the Obama-Clinton crime family, as Hillary Clinton, as Barack Hussein Obama sits in the White House, as Hillary Clinton sits in the Secretary of State's office, Bill's touring the world in his Winnebago, Clinton Foundation. Obama's got one too. So, right? They're filling up with 140, according to Clinton cash, 9/11, right? Who paid off 9/11? Come on, man. Right? That was an intelligence. We got our informants double banged us in that 9/11 thing. The intelligence community in America got double banged by their informants. Tampa, like crazy. So these are the things. When you think about it, right? The Washington Post called Baghdadi a religious scholar. You might as well call Omar Abdel Rahman that one too. He's got a PhD in Quranic studies. Knew the Quran wrote. He said he did nothing wrong. It's in the Quran. It's in the Quran. That's what he said. That's what he said. Right? It's crazy. This is crazy stuff. When I listen to this stuff, this other thing with Lisa Page and Monica Witt and McCabe and Peter Strzok, my God, he must have said, listen, you got Monica Witt tonight, I got Lisa Page tomorrow. And then they showed each other the picture. They scratched their heads. They went, wait a second. They said, wait, this is Lisa Page. This is Lisa Page. This is Monica Witt. This is Lisa Page. This is Monica Witt. So they saw her. They said, so McCabe, they was comparing pictures, talking about the girl who they're banging, So they said, oh yeah, I got Lisa Page and I got Monica Witt. They said, right. So McCabe showed the picture, Monica Witt, to Peter Strzok, Tampa, and then Peter Strzok showed what's his name, McCabe, Lisa Page's picture. Hey, relax, damn it. So, oh my God. So they compared pictures. They start scratching their heads. They said, wait a second. Who's Lisa Page and who's Monica Witt? Right? I'm telling you, right, Porky? Who's Lisa Page? Who's Monica Witt? It's crazy. Look at it. Who's Lisa? This is Monica Witt. This is Lisa Page. This is Lisa Page. This is Monica Witt. So when they compared notes, they said, wait a second. That's my girl. Wait, that's mine. Wait, that's yours. That's mine. Wait, what's going on here? Unbelievable. Lisa Page, Monica Witt's Lisa Page. I mean, it is so confusing, right? Then you got Valerie Jarrett jumped in and she tried to do a thing with Valerie Jarrett, Barrett, let's not get crazy, Panther. Relax, really. You could be, let's not get too risque. You want me to get thrown off the. You want me to get thrown out of here? I have no problems. But it's true, right? Lisa Page, Monica Witt. She's with McCabe. Who's with McCabe? Is it Monica Witt or Lisa Page? Iranian spy inside the FBI. Crazy. Crazy, Porky, right? And Hillary Clinton could actually sit down and discuss and consider running for president of the United States. Think about that one. Let's not get crazy, Panther. Please, with your language, you're going to get me one more time. I'm going to throw you out. You gotta be cool with the language, bro. Please. You get me thrown out over here. Kick them out, right? I got no problem with it, but we have community guidelines. I can't just, can't be dropping F-bombs in the room. Right? Mike James from YouTube, Snowflake, right? I should block him, right? I'm going to block Panther. Should I block Panther? I feel like blocking him, I do. I try to be fair, but these guys, right, Porky? I try to be fair. So, you already did, Wackify? Hey, Wackify, what's going on? Hey, listen, you could disagree, but please, you could take him, get him, Tammy. You could disagree, but come on, man. Right? So what time is it? I'm almost on an hour already. Who's winning the game, Houston or Nationals? Because I'm getting ready to get off the air. I'll be on the air probably Thursday. We'll have some more fun. We'll see if we get Lisa Page, Monica Witt. Oh, the Nationals? Get out of here. No way. The Nationals are winning? Come on, Tammy. You got Russo tripping. Good night, Porky. God bless. 3-2. Wow. Listen, son. Panther son. I got no problem, bro. Top of the sixth. Thank you, Tammy. I got no problem, Black Panther. I got no problem. We don't discriminate. White, black, I don't care who you are. I treat you the same, son. I don't care who you are. You could be off the boat from Italy. You could be a cousin from Italy. The boat just came in, and Frankie, I'm not gonna, it don't roll like that way with Russo, right, Tampa? I know. So if he continues, I'm going to throw the Panther out. You can, because I have a certain way I have to do this. Did he really? Wow, I didn't know that. Where is he? I didn't know that, Tammy. I didn't see that. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Oh my God. Where is he? I'll do it when I get off. Sorry, Tammy. I didn't see it. I would have blocked him if I would have saw that. Sometimes when you talk, it just goes on and on and on. Oh, here it is. He's blocked. Gotcha, Tammy. You know what happens when you're talking sometimes? You lose track, Sorry. So I blocked them. I didn't realize you said that, because sometimes people get carried away. So I give them a chance, They start dropping F-bombs. I don't want to just start blocking everybody, I don't want to do that. He follows you on Twitter. Good luck there, Tampa. I just blocked him. He called he called Tammy a bad word. I had to get rid of it. You can't do that, right? Then he drop out F-bombs and this bomb and that bomb, sorry. So this is where we are. I'm on for an hour. I'm going to get off. All right. He was Tampa, right? You're in Tampa. Nice. How far are you from Legends Field, Tammy? Tammy. I call Tammy. Tammy, how far are you from Legends Field? That's in Tampa. How far? Wow, the Nats are winning. I can't believe it. Trampy. I can't believe it. That was an accident. That was an accident. Sorry, that was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. You're in Brandon. I don't know. Bro, Tampa, come on, son. What do I know? I'm from Brooklyn. Brandon. What the hell does that mean? You're in Brandon. What does that mean, right? Legend Field, right. Where's Legend? Is it far? Are you far from Legends Field? That's the Yankee training camp, right? Okay. Okay, Camp. I get it. All right. You know, they beat the Yankees. I get it. Oh, no problem. Man, but that'd be something if the Nationals hold on. You're from Brooklyn, Tammy? Wow, I didn't know that. I know you told me you had family in Brooklyn. I didn't know you were from Brooklyn. Wow. You think so? It's next to Ray J. I don't know what that is. The Rays, right. That right. Okay. The Red Sox got Tampa Bay's, I think, GM or player development. Park Slope. I didn't know that, Tammy. Wow, that's cool. So the Red Sox got the player development, the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay Rays player development is off the hook. I think player development or GM, one of those top guys. The Red Sox got him. Yeah. Red Sox are a great organization. You know, they hit the but you know what drives me crazy? And you know, the Astros beat us, right? They beat us fair and square. I think we really, when it came down to it, the Yankees, we beat ourselves, right? Tampa. Because it should have went to game 7. If Chappie's throwing 100 in the pocket, I don't think Altuve's turn on 100. If he does, I tip my cap to him, right? I think we win game 6, and game 7 will be a dogfight. And we got a shot. So they beat us this year, and they beat us to 17. They were talking about the Astros being like the team of the decade or whatever. I just don't understand that. You know, I know they won 100 win seasons in a row. We got 2, right? The Red Sox spanked them last year. The Red Sox spanked the Astros last year. The 98 Yankees, they would run through the Astros. The 98 Yankees would run through this team. That's how good the Yankees were. Joe Torre was in 7 World Series. He won 5 or 4. He was in 6. Derek Jeter was in 7. He won 5 and lost 2. Right, Tammy? The Yankees would have spanked this Astro team. The 98 Yankees. Oh, my God. Spanked them. The pitching alone on that 98 Yankee team was sick. Yeah, the Red Sox are absolutely, Tammy. The Red Sox are, right? Porky. Oh, my God. So, well, they were one of the best of all time. The 98 Yankees was one of the best teams of all time. One of the best teams of all time. Yeah, Jeets at short, O'Neill in right field. Then you have Mo coming. Mo was the best relief pitcher ever. You got to say he's one of the best ever. He came up in the Braves, right? He could. I tell you, you know something, bro? Tampa, Torrey could hit. Absolutely, Clemens was. You know the Mets drafted Clemens out of high school. The Mets drafted Clemens out of high school. I think around the same time they drafted Dwight Gooden. You believe that? But he didn't sign with the Mets. He went to UT and he won a World Series. And then the Red Sox drafted him. Bernie was great. You know, the Yankees got to get. I think the Yankees honestly. Who we talking about, Tampa? I think the Yankees are going to get. The Yankees are going to go for pitching in the free agent market. I think they're going to sign Cole. They're going to give him so much money. I think they're going to sign Cole. Hey, the Mets had some talent. I'm a Yankee fan, but I could say the Mets had talent in the 80s. They did. They got some players today, but I think the Mets, honestly, to talk about it in have a blessed one, Tammy. To talk about it honestly, I think the Mets have to get a guy that's going to win now. They can't get a guy that has to learn because then they might as well trade DeGrom. I mean, right, Porky? They should go with a Showalter. If they get Buck Showalter, the Mets are contenders. Unbelievable. He's a great manager. Or this guy, Matthew Mahaney from the St. Louis Cardinals. I think he won a World Series as well. The Mets got to get someone with experience. They can't just go with a no-name that didn't. They don't have that organization that the Yankees have, first of all. So to pull that off with Aaron Boone. Now Aaron Boone is on his way, right? Hopefully they get himself a pitching coach that's going to build bulldogs and not pussycats, right? They need pitchers with Lance Lynn mentality. Lance Lynn mentality. That's what the Yankees, they got them, but they make them. Severino should be Lance Lynn. Nasty, nasty, nasty. 99. Here it comes. Fearless. You got Chapman throwing breaking balls. 3-2 breaking balls to Darno, Springer, and Altuve. Springer, he's who is he? I mean, he's a good. I mean, to be honest, Springer and Altuve are probably one of 1-2 best postseason hitters and World Series hitters in the last 10, 15 years, right? And he's throwing 5, 6, 7 deuces in a row. They turn on 100. There you go. You're right, Porky. Sonny Gray was a great athlete, right? They kept Sonny Gray. If they kept Lance Lynn, if the Yankees kept Lance Lynn, that's a pitcher that would have helped us. We need pitchers with Lance Lynn mentality, right? Like this Hap. Oh my, Hap has totally disappointed me. Hap had that mentality last year. This year he was doing a circle jerk. They had Luis Sessa. Luis Sessa has got a 96 and he's dropping sliders 5, 6, 7. I don't know how we got through. We had him pitching in the 6th inning, the 6th game. Betances unfortunately got a freak accident, and Domingo Germán killed us. What he did, unbelievable, unbelievable. Yeah, he just got maddened. So I think the Yankees, honestly, 300 hours, 30 hours. What's that? 30 hours. Man, I hope the Nationals hold on. That'd be great. So I think I'm going to get off the air. So we had our talk. We had our talk about our great President Donald Trump and his accomplishments. And it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be hashtag Trump 2020 landslide. It'll be a dogfight. It'll be a proverbial political bloodbath. But President Trump will win, I believe. They're going to try. They're going to probably try to. He gave it right, exactly. He gave up 30 home runs. That's what I'm saying. He gave up 30 homers. That's what. He's the perfect example. He is the Rothschild special. He is the Rothschild special, Porky. In other words, you got 96 miles an hour, pitch backwards. Let me ask you a question. How many pitches can pitch backwards, quite frankly? How many El Duques are there out there? How many? This pitching backwards is ridiculous. El Duque, you can count them on your hand. Fastball command, the kid's got a 96. Now, if this kid was throwing, it's like Jonathan Loizaga. Look what they do with Loizaga. Loizaga is throwing 99 or 100 while he's having a cup of coffee. While he's having an espresso, Loizaga is throwing 100. They should let him say, listen, son, he should have been pitching more. Exactly. They mess with him. Exactly, Porky. He should have been pitching more so he could have replaced in a significant way Betances. 100 miles an hour coming out of the pen. That's a weapon. He could have pitched 3 games, 4 games for us. Just bring the gas for an inning. 100 miles an hour. Hit the spot. That's it. Don't make it complicated. These kids are under enough pressure. Pitching's hard enough, right? Pressure. Luis Sessa, he's probably got a nice slider. God bless you too, baby. Jimbo, thank you so much. Come on, man. Bring the heat. Bring the heat. Sometimes you gotta say, listen, Altuve, here it comes, son. That's what I'm saying. I was so disappointed because Chapman is an animal. Chappie is an animal. I thought he was gonna glare in. He did that to Altuve once. It wasn't a playoff game, it was a regular season game. He struck Altuve out with a fastball and he glared in to finish the game. Struck Altuve out with a glaring fastball. I thought he was going to do that to Springer because he dropped the first deuce on him for 0-1. Once they get 0-1, it's a wrap. It's once the pitcher gets 0-1 and he got it with a deuce. So he's got him. He comes with the fastball. Let me see Springer turn on 100. The day before, wow. I tell you, Bern, I don't know what. Before I get to that one, I'm going to get to it in a minute, second, Bern, before I get off the air. What was I saying about I forgot what I was saying. Oh God! But anyway, because you threw me off with that Patriots thing. Wow. Yeah, the Patriots. Tom Brady's a great quarterback. Great quarterback. He's one of the greats. You can say he's the greatest. You know, I have a few that I like, but I admire Brady's an amazing quarterback. Absolutely. And I'm not a Bill Belichick fan. He's a Hall of Fame. He's an amazing coach. I'll take the tuna. I'm a tuna guy. I was talking about fastballs, right? Fastball command. You got to throw the fastball command, right? You got to bring. Last year for Brady? Wow. Tampa, wow. Really? Because Belichick, see, what Belichick does with personnel is unbelievable, quite frankly, right? That if Antonio Brown didn't do what he did, he'd be still playing for the Patriots, Antonio Brown. But anyway, he did, Tampa. The tune is my favorite. Him, Vince Lombardi, Bill Walsh, and my other favorite head coach is Joe Gibbs from the Skins. I love the Skins system on the. That's the kind of football, the offense. The Giants had something like that too, with Maurice Carthan and the big power. Giants have big power running. Who, the Giants? I don't know. Best ever? Well, let's put it this way, right? I'm a big time Giant fan. LT is my favorite football player of all time, is Lawrence Taylor, right? Arguably the greatest football player ever to live, to dominate the game of football from linebacker, right? He was an absolute weapon. He was an animal, right? He was like Dick Butkus and Alan Page wrapped up into one. You know, Alan Page's strength and force, the force and tenacity of Alan Page with the speed of the force and tenacity of the 90s Giants, unbelievable, right? The force and tenacity of Butkus and Alan Page's speed. Oh my God. Taylor was amazing, right? So I thought the other defense you got to watch too is the Bears, right? The 85 Bears. That was the sickest defense. They were so good that the Bears, that's it. You said it, Porky. Fundamentals, right? Today it's ridiculous, right? Run the ball, pass the ball, run the ball, stop the run. You got to build. Run the ball, stop the run. Right. That's what Gibbs won 3 Super Bowls with 3 different quarterbacks. Gibbs. Yeah, well, the Pats got a great defense, but the Giant defense in '86 was great. The '85 Bears was so good that when they were in an overtime game, they won the toss. They gave the ball to the other team. That's how much confidence they had in the defense. That defense was sick. I think they had 20, 24, 25, 26 touchdowns. Hostetler was a good quarterback. I'm a Sims guy, but Hostetler was good. He did his job when Sims got hurt. We won a Super Bowl that year. That was the greatest coached game in the history of the NFL. One of the greatest. That Super Bowl with the Bills versus the Giants. The Bills controlled the ball, 19 minutes? They scored 17 points. They controlled the ball, I think 19 minutes. They scored 19 points, something like that. A point a minute. The Giants controlled the ball. Giants won 2019. The Giants controlled the ball 41 minutes. The ball control. That's the way the Giants got to play. But they won't do that. They got to throw the ball all over the place. The fundamentals, like Porky said. Fundamentals. They got a quarterback now. They got a great running back, and they got a quarterback that's got something. So you know, that's what I'm talking about. So this is Frankie Russo. I want to thank you so much for the visit. Thank you so much, MJ, Danny, Mike, James, Pat, Mike, MJ. Thank you so much. Okay, MJ. OJ Anderson, right? Tampa. Absolutely. So God bless you all at YouTube Live. God bless you all. Porky, Tampa. Who else visited me? Wagon Fire. Thank you so much. Thank you for the visits. You all, thank you. God bless you all. God bless the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. Thank you for your service. Thank you for providing me with the freedom of what I love to do, and that's broadcast. God bless you, Tampa. I love to broadcast, and so God bless the men and women of the United States Armed Forces for providing me with that freedom so I can do what I love to do, and that's one of the things I love to do is broadcast. And God bless the greatest country on the planet, America. God bless America, and God bless our great president, and he is great, and he is tough. We didn't elect a priest, we elected a warrior. And God bless our great president, Donald John Trump. Keep fighting, Mr. President. Keep fighting. We're behind you. We're behind you, Mr. President. Like I was in 16 when you went, in 15 when you went down the escalator up in ABC. 1,000 hours later, over at my couch in Brooklyn, we're behind you, Mr. President. Keep fighting for this great country, America. So this is Frankie Russo. I'm signing out. God bless you, Tammy. Thank you for the visit. God bless you. Thank you. Frankie Russo's getting out of here. I'll probably be on Thursday night. Tomorrow night's gonna be crazy because they invited me to this dinner, so I'm probably gonna go. So I'll see you all probably Thursday night. Checking in, say hello. This is Frankie Russo coming at you straight out of Brooklyn, and I'll see you in the future. YouTube Live, MJ, Danny, Mike, Pat, thank you for the visit. God bless you all, and I'll see you in the future.